All right, daily time frame, Bitcoin. We've got a 200-day, 100 and a 50-day moving average. Started to break above the 50 and then back down under it. Daily time frame. Let's just go out and I want to show you the bigger picture. In fact, we'll go to a weekly. The 1 week. Yeah. Yep. This is more like it. So on the weekly, this is trading into a key level here, guys. This is big support. I'll grab an anchored volume profile. Look. See through here? See the volume profile through here? So this is a significant level down into 200-day moving average, simple moving average. Spikes down into it, and it's range bound. Where to from here? It wouldn't surprise me that we possibly see a bit of a relief rally. I mean, we kind of got that. Yeah, we got that up into here. It did move back. But, I mean, look, there's a lot of movement through here, guys. This is big, all right? So the only way to, I guess, approach this is watch the volume profile, because that's where all the business is being done. That's where big money is involved. Okay, this is either accumulation or distribution through here. And it wouldn't surprise me that what could be happening is the shorts that were, accumulated up here could be getting cashed in, possibly. And then that would make a lot of sense to me. And then when it moves back up, I'm still bearish this thing. Then we see further downside, but we could get a relief rally. Now, a couple of things about this. You've got the range, and I'm wondering whether this is a bit of a fake out, and then you get the shakeout, the fakey shaky chart pattern. The good old fakey shaky, right? So you get a bit of a range, fake out, and then they shake everybody out, and then we're up. Possibly. I would consider that, definitely. So the way I'm going to approach this is with volume profile as a bit of a roadmap and VWAP. Keep an eye on the moving averages as well. But if we go back, like at daily time frame, I'm going to just grab a VWAP on a couple of important points. We've got this low area down here. Throw a VWAP on that. And throw a VWAP on that high. So we've got this area here, a gap, see, fair value gap right through here. And if you come a bit closer to home, you go down to a 4-hour chart perhaps, right? And we look at it from this perspective. So we grab VWAP again, throw it on, well, you got this low down in here. Okay, that's the lowest point. And so we start to build a VWAP cluster and then that high. We got this VWAP cluster. So at the moment, it's broken under VWAP, right? That's bearish for sure until it's not. Be careful with this, guys. You've got the levels on here. Key levels are this volume profile where we get the low value node here. We'll just mark that up as a daily value area high. That'll do. We'll just use this value area. And then you got this daily value area low. You could pull it through this lowest node down through here. Something like that. Oh, it says previous day. Hang on. Just call it value area high. That'll do. VAH. All right. And then we've got this value area low. Okay, so these 2 points are going to act as a significant support and resistance. And what you'll find is, I mean, look, it's been trading between these levels. So it's range-bound price action to the high, to the low, back to the high, down to the low, back to the high, down to the low, until it breaks out into price discovery mode. So we don't really need to get involved with this until we see a decisive break, and in my opinion, above either of these points. So at the moment, this is mainly bearish. given the fact that we're like on the 4 hour, we've traded under the VWAPs and the simple moving averages, right? You can see them there. The moving averages are colored blue, white, and then the VWAP is yellow. So you've got the combination of this profile, of volume profile, value area, and VWAP. And I mean, currently this is bearish. The midpoint would be, if you wanted to even do that here, would be, well, actually, let's just do this more precisely. We'll grab a fixed range volume profile and just pull it through here. So this will give you the point of control. The point of control with this range here is up here, but the point of control overall, looking further back, is down here. So you've got both of these two important levels. So you could mark that up red as well, right? Because I mean that's obviously where are we? Just going to grab that. I would mark that up as a level of interest. Let's put it that way. I'll just call it POC. It's not really, okay, but well, let's just say, I don't know, high value. Okay, high value node. Okay, that'll do. All right, so we've got this high value node here, and then we've also got this one here as well. Now, here's the thing. With this volume profile back in here, you've got the blue dotted line high and low, value area high and low of that, and then you've got the value area high and low of this. You could even kind of pull that up there if you like to close the gap a little bit. So for me to get involved, I would need to see, and this is where I'm going to grab VWAP again on the most recent high and the most recent low. And you've got this VWAP cluster. At the moment, it's trading below, but it's still holding above this one. So for me to get short, this needs to break this VWAP under here and break this low, come back and retest that. That could be a short. For me to get long, it's got to travel all the way. I mean, look, you could possibly, if you wanted to take the risk, you could trade the range. So you've got this move down and you've got a breakout here. So that could be a trade back up in. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely not, right? So you've got, this is trading the range, right? That's what that is. So you've got the high and low of this value area range. We're starting to see a breakout. So if this continues to give me another high and come back down into here, that would be a potential opportunity long, possibly. So that, buy opportunity. So note buy. Now, if you want to take it's risky. It's not an easy gig, right? But if it breaks above here and we get that, that could be a buy, and my target would be the high of this value area up in here, right? But watch out, because you got to travel through all of this VWAP, and smart money algos work a lot with VWAP and volume profile, but mainly VWAP. So you could just get a move back into VWAP, and then it tanks on you. So it's high risk if you wanted to trade this range. I think I'd put it that way. In any case, I mean, there could be a buy opportunity, and if that's what you're into, a break above and a retest here, then long position, stop under the low, probably under that blue line, and I would target something like that. That's what 2.5R. That's a thing, but you've got all of this through here. This is big resistance through here, guys. So it's not for the faint-hearted. Range trading isn't for the faint. I mean, not for the faint-hearted. I'm more interested in, if this travels up and works its way above here, I would look to buy that and look for this blue line up here target. That would be a potential play for me. So I prefer that, right? But that's a counter trend. The higher time frame's bearish, and that would be a counter trend trade. Something like that, I would get long there. And if it breaks under here, excuse me, I would look to get short there. Probably even here. It's a tricky one at the moment, guys. That's very, very messy price action. You're going to get involved with smart money if you get in here, and they're going to eat you alive, to be honest. All right, so it's a break above or below the value area. So when this goes into price discovery, breaking out of the value area range is what I guess I'm getting at. So that's the main area of interest through there. What else can I say? That's my take on Bitcoin at the moment. Yep. Possibly we get a buy up here. Otherwise, I'm staying right out of it. The other thing, yeah, and VWAP will follow you. So see the VWAP cluster. So you either break out below the VWAP cluster, and that's your trade, or you break above the VWAP cluster. So you don't want to get messed up in the middle of all that, right? So you got the VWAP, you can see it, the yellow. Just throw a VWAP on these points of interest. So yeah, if it breaks out of the VWAP cluster, either way. Hope that makes sense. That's my take. So you got to land somewhere with this, right? And at the moment, trading through this mess is not, for me, it's just not an option. I'm not interested unless I see a break of the this value area and it goes into price discovery mode. Even that first break could be a little risky. The second one would be better, like that one there. Because you want to know, you really want to know that either buyers or sellers are really behind you. Okay, look, that's my take. It's somewhere to land with this. And with that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.